Welcome to our first episode of Inner Pop with your daily dose of positivity.
Yay!
Yay! Yeah, this is when you're supposed to applaud. Hello,
Cue
clap, clap,
applause.
clap.
I feel like I'm in the Cat in the
Cue
Hat.
applause. And he chops his fingers off. Wasn't that a thing? Or am I misremembering
Was
that?
the tail.
It was a
I'll end
tail. That's
you,
right, it was a
and then it'll
tail.
look like a bloody accident.
That movie was so dumb.
So
But
explains me.
okay, okay. Yes, so welcome to our first episode. We're,
Redo.
we're gonna no. We're not doing it. It's done, it's done, it's good. The people will love it, right guys?
Okay, it's fine.
But let's get to let's get to what we're doing today, what we're doing here today. Um
Yes, what kind of positivity are we bringing to the state? Oh shit, who are we?
oh It's fine. We're leaving it in. I'm Issa, everybody. Thank you for coming. Really appreciate your listenership. I'm so sorry for the chaos. It's like this most of the time. And this is my lovely best friend in the whole wide world, Ink. Ink, introduce yourself to the nice people.
Hello, nice people. I, I
Very good. Good job.
do I get candy now?
Well, maybe because we're taking a nice little jaunt down memory lane today from childhood and up.
That's right.
We're going to be talking about all of the really interesting or kind of the foreign media that we first found, as children, especially with, growing up in the age of the internet. Um
Mm.
and kind of comparing it, across from each other, and then also like to where we are now. What do we listen to now? How did it shape, the kind of media that we consume?
The kind of nerds we are today.
Exactly. The kind of freaks and geeks we are today.
That shit. No, but honestly, yeah, because especially back then, and being from such a small town in the United States, anyways, in the South, no less, it's a lot harder to not necessarily find media to consume outside of the US, but to find other people to connect with over said media, especially at that point
Right.
where there was still a lot of I don't want to necessarily say, well, I mean, yes, bullying, but just a lot of like just the whole different viewpoint around it, and the people
Right.
who were interested in looking at other things. It was just different. So we get to walk down through that fun stuff and the things that we loved regardless, that we kind of had to um dig through the trenches to find, because really back in the day it was not as easy to find things as it is now.
No. You really had to be searching that kind of stuff out. And
Yeah.
especially because it was the kind of it's always exceptionally funny to me too that like there are things that back in that day I did literally get bullied for. But then cut to today,
Yeah.
they're like everybody loves it. I'm like,
Yeah.
look, good for you.
Like, oh, that's
Good
great.
for you.
Awesome. Yeah.
Couldn't have liked it like 20 years ago.
We couldn't, or you didn't even have to like it. You just didn't have to be an asshole about it, because there's
Yeah.
no need to be so negative about regardless of what people are watching or listening to, or what there's just or eat foods, drinks, any of it really, like it.
Yeah.
But now that it's kind of I don't want to say mainstream because that makes it sound weird or like phasey. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know, but just there's a whole different like shift with it nowadays, and it's like, okay,
Right.
well, good for you. I'm like glad, but also fuck off.
I'm glad, but I'm bitter.
Just a little sprinkling of bitterness in there is
Just a
my
bit, just a bit.
just a, But that's so true of a lot of things. Like especially gaming too as well has been a
Mm,
thing that I've felt
yeah,
similarly about. And especially any sort of female presence in gaming really will understand
absolutely.
it on a different level. It's just bitter about.
That's like a whole other thing we could go into too.
It is. And I won't that's a conversation for a different day. But no, because that is, I mean, media really and the different dorky things about us are definitely what brought us together as, I don't want to say as friends, but definitely as like acquaintances in the beginning that we were like, "Oh, this is
Nemesis.
this is a safe space, not the nemesis."
You were my rival.
This is enemies to
You were my
lovers.
Gary.
It's the true enemies to lovers arc. It's giving
This is the
K-drama.
Enemies to Lovers podcast. Wait, isn't that already a podcast?
Is it? That sounds like a
Or am I
great
tripping?
podcast.
I think it is.
If it's not, that's our new name. That's the
if it isn't,
vibe.
it is now.
Just an entire podcast full of flirting and fighting, just arguments.
People would love that. The tension, it'd grip them all.
Who doesn't love some tension? Not-
Anyway, we are not that kind of podcast.
we could be. No. All right, all right. Let me reel it in. It's fine. We can flirt later. Sorry, I'm not.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
not being the good host today. All right, let me. Here's
Back on the boat.
back on the boat. Let me get back in my seat in the train. Let's keep chugging along. Um, because I want to say one of the things that we bonded over initially, not initially, but like shared between us was Hitalia.
Okay, all right. Listen, the podcast ended. Stop
Right, no, we're done.
recording.
We're done. But it's so funny to me now
No,
though because it was something that like brought us together, but it wasn't even anything that either of us religiously cared about.
no.
Like it
It
wasn't
was just
us.
like no, because it was just a really. For those of you who don't know what Hetalia
Mm,
is, first of
mm.
all,
Oh,
good for you.
good for you have succeeded. You are on the right path. Don't look it up.
Don't look it
Don't look
up.
it up.
No, it was an
Yeah.
anime
Mm-hmm.
that was about basically it was a lot of not all the nations of the world, but a lot like the bigger nations
Mm-hmm.
of the world personified, right? And
Right.
some of it
Was
and
very it was something.
I was like,
It was
Um,
it was a
but it
little
was like these little like short episodes that
uh-huh.
were meant to be funny where the nations were
Hmm.
like interacting and goofs and gaffs and
Yeah.
stuff like that, right? So it was just it was a funny little show. And I remember really liking Japan in it because
Yes.
Japan didn't talk and neither did I.
Yes. I
Um
remember that. I remember having that conversation at one point. And
no,
it,
you don't because
yeah.
I didn't talk.
I didn't say you
No,
talked.
no, we did. Oh, fair, fair.
I did a lot of talking back then.
This is true. Someone had to make up for my silence.
It's that classic like extrovert has adopted an introvert and I'm just gonna talk to you until you eventually like, yeah, okay, this is my life now.
That is literally the only way I ever made friends was there would be this one lone extrovert that was like, "You're my friend now because you absorbed my info like a sponge."
I have adopted this
And that'd
one.
be it. I remember one of the biggest things that we would we'd do too was listen to music.
Hmm.
I remember when we were listening to the Beach Boys one day,
Oh
I
my
think
God,
it was. And I
yeah.
remember our teacher coming over and he was like, "Oh wow, it's nice to see that you still listening to the Beach
Yeah.
Boys."
He was just this cute little old Southern man or whatever he was.
Oh,
I
he
don't
was
even,
the
he was
sweetest.
just so adorable. I love him. It's just so sweet. But
Right.
it really, yeah, listening to the music in that class was such a core memory for me in high school. And I can't even explain to you why, because it was like such an insignificant moment in the grand scheme of things, right? Like nothing happened. There was nothing in particular going on, but it's just such a core memory in high school in my mind. Just being in that class and listening to music and you showing me like the Italian operatic sort of
Yes,
popish. I
Italian
don't there was
operatic pop
yeah.
music.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was literally how they described their music was Italian operatic pop.
Yeah.
Il il volo.
Il
Il
Volo,
volo.
which
I'm not saying that right. I'm not
probably
Italian, but but that's what their music was. It was they
hmm
sang in a very opera style, but it
hmm
wasn't opera music,
yeah.
if that makes sense. It was more not like pop like Britney Spears, but pop like Jason Mraz. No, that's not really a good
No,
example.
but yeah, but it was like a different just a different sort of vibe with the songs. And
Yeah.
it was like I don't know. The sort of the pipeline to like dorky things and gaming to like boy bands to like K-pop is such a real pipeline. It just very steadily funnels you through and you somehow end up there regardless of what you do to avoid
Right.
it.
Mine was literally anime music videos to K-pop.
the, the
That was the
pipeline is
progression. It was like a
sometimes
quick jump.
very direct. Sometimes
Very direct.
sometimes it goes
YouTube
immediately.
really likes to it pushes what it pushes. It knows what you want, even if you don't know you want it.
YouTube does in my case, the pipeline was very indirect. It was kind of like yeah, like in the old Grinch movie, where like they do the thing where like she gets in the trash chute and like goes to the top of the mount or whatever, and it does that like bing
Hmm.
bing 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 thing.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what my pipeline was like. 'Cause not that I was like actively avoiding it, but like no, I don't want pop music. I don't want like it's fine. I'm good. Because I fell into that like whole not whole, but that thought of like you hear pop, right? Like, you hear K-pop and you're like pop. And I'm like, I don't really like pop music. That's really not my vibe. But nobody tells you it's most of it like is all labeled pop, but it's just not. And there's such a variety of artists and not necessarily just groups, obviously.
Right.
But people
And that's
only
like
talk about K-pop as one big genre.
because that's, I mean, that's how pop music is in
Yep.
America too. Because there will be like, you'll have people that aren't like a pop, like traditional, because there's pop, the music genre, and there's, well, if that makes, I don't know if
Mhm.
that makes sense. There's like,
Mhm.
there's manufactured, I write pop music
Mhm.
and I write the specific style of music when I say like, something like Britney Spears, right? Or Christina Aguilera or something like that. Some of hers was
Mhm.
more R&B actually, so I'm not gonna even like drag her like that. Well, there's nothing wrong with pop
No,
music. I like
but
pop music. I like Britney Spears. I'll be the first to tell you I love pop music. I love a pop girly. But and then there's pop music that's like it is popular at the
mhm.
time, like a uh I
Jason
don't know,
Mraz.
like 21 Savage, Jason Mraz, sure. Where it's like
Oh
the
yeah,
only
21
reason
Savage.
that it
Yeah.
gets put under like anything gets put under pop, and usually it'll be like the
Mhm.
one song by this artist, like Fallout Boy or something
Yeah.
like that, is because it is popular at the time
Mhm.
by like everybody loves it. And so people don't really talk about that. So it that
No,
kind of
they don't.
happens with K-pop too,
Mhm.
where you will have artists that are more like they make that more that pop sound, pop kind of music. And then there's some that don't quite make that, but they still get put under K-pop because it's what's popular at the
Right. Because
time.
that's just
But
what
people
it
don't really
falls
talk
into.
about that.
It's just categories.
Yeah,
Well, and
exactly.
I was coming from somebody who, like, especially at the time, I, as you know, like, was much more of and have really always been my whole life, have been much more of an alt rock person with like sprinkling of other
Hmm.
things. I like other music and artists, and like I have always been, if the song's good, I'm gonna like it, right? Or like if it's, because music is subjective as most things are, but like if it hits
Right.
that chord in me, then I'm gonna like it regardless of the genre or whatever. But I've always been like a, yeah, I don't like pop. That's not the vibe for me. I just never have. So I've always been more rock. So I felt and have for most of my life felt the exact same thing about like American artists that like, yeah, I don't know pop artists. I don't know like a lot of the big cultural, like I could name you probably exactly two Taylor Swift songs maybe, and those are like the first two that came out, right? Like I just, it's never been in my wheelhouse. And so I had applied that same thought process. But none of that's the case because like you said, for artists in any really, I think, culture, that's what it is. It all gets stuck under this label, but there's so much
And
there to
see,
unpack.
yeah, and see, mine was the stark opposite. Opposite?
Opposite.
Opposite. It was like the stark opposite because I am a music junkie. It is one of my favorite
Mm-hmm.
things. It is one of my only reasons to live, okay? So I
That's a good
love
reason.
music across so many genres. And so, like, if you say, oh, here's some new music, I'm like, okay, bet.
Mm-hmm.
Like, give that to me. Let me absorb it. I don't care what it is. I don't care what it's called. I don't care who it's by. Like,
Well,
well, I might care who it's by, depending.
that part. Hold
But
on.
if I don't know, I will say I don't care because I don't know yet. But then if I find out later, it's like, okay, I'm throwing that in the
Right, then I
recycling bin.
have to
Um,
do a little research. I have to.
um, yes. But I'm a sponge for music. So
Yeah.
I just, and so I saw like it got recommended to me. I'm like, oh, who is this? I don't know who they are, but I'm being recommended and I'm bored. Let me click.
Mm-hmm.
And that was my getting to K-pop was just like, I don't even know. At that point, I didn't even know it was a genre. I didn't know it was
Yep.
a genre because it was just one video recommended to me on YouTube. And I didn't know what language they were singing.
I didn't know
It
what was
was like, who are
happening.
these people? I don't know who these people are, but I like this. Yeah.
Right. I'm like, okay. Um, and it's so funny to me, not funny, but like interesting to me how people get into it, like from their various pipelines and things, or from whatever, and how their actual introduction hits. Because for me, it did not start from music. This story is so funny to me because I had friends, obviously you being one of them, who have over the years liked it, and I've always been like, nah. And not that I like haven't listened to it. I've listened to songs and I've listened to things. And I remember even saying things back to you like back in the day. I think like when Bang 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 was popular, I was like, yeah, that's a
Um,
good song. That
it's
was a good song. And I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of a banger. Unfortunate. Right,
bang bang banger.
right. Uh, unfortunate that, but like, so over the years, and like I have now since discovered I've heard K-pop songs over the years, like prior to, and had no idea that they were, like you said, I'm like, I don't know what language this is. I don't know who these people are. It's just popped up on like my Pandora back in the day or whatever, YouTube this come up or something. And then just moved on about my life and like never heard the song again until years later. Um like one of them was Monsta
Right.
X, the hero, not the hero, but
Yes.
hero.
But hero. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, but the hero song, and I had no idea. I didn't know who they were. I didn't it popped up on my feed. It's like, oh, this is a great song. And then I don't think I saved it and just like didn't hear it again for years. Like, it's just funny how it works. And for me, I was always like, nah, I don't want pop. And I think because a lot of people were recommending songs that were really kind of bubblegum poppy to me, that I was like, I don't, I don't want that. That's it is great. I'm glad you like it. It's not that it's bad. I just don't want to listen to it. So I only got into it because, like, I think I was getting sent edits and stuff from friends, but I was just scrolling through my TikTok page or whatever it was, and I saw a video of a man screaming into a cupboard. And he was like, it was Hyunjin in the Skiz, one of the Skiz families, so he was playing the mom,
Oh,
screaming
yes.
into the cupboard.
See, that did not go where I thought it was gonna
No,
go. I thought you were like, I
yeah,
saw a TikTok
nope,
of a man,
yes,
his
nope,
sexy abs out, butter dripping, they're busting. I was like,
that,
oh, okay, well, we know what you're here for.
nope.
All
That
right.
story never goes the way people expect it to, and it always makes me because this
It
is
went a much better direction.
it, it gets better. I'm like, wait for it, it gets better. Because literally, and so I saw it, and so I sent it to my
Love
friend.
at first sight.
I texted it to my friend, and I was like, I don't know who this man is. I don't know what's happening, but I love it. No context. I don't know what's happening, but he is in my life now, and I love him. And she was like,
I'm planning the wedding.
right. She was like, oh, that's that's Hyunjin. That's Stray Kids. She was very offended. She was like, because she had been trying to get me into it previously, and she had sent me red lights. And my brain did not make the connection that those were the same
Right?
people.
And baby.
Because I heard red lights, and for the first time, I was watching. You know, I have beef with Chan. It's imaginary beef, but you have beef nonetheless. So I was watching this from the view because that's her bias. So I was watching red lights from the view of like I was watching Chan, not Hyunjin, and I was like, eh, that sounded bad. Sorry, Chan. Love Chan, but I was like,
Eh,
I was watching it. I was like, yeah, like it's good, it's good, but like I'm, okay, sure. I don't know what's
boom.
going on. I'm not like real
Just
invested
shit
in
on
it.
him
It's a
like that.
great video. The song is catchy. Maybe not for me. I don't know. But it was just me resisting because I was like, no, I'm not gonna get into it. I'm gonna go down a rabbit hole. I'm not like, no, I'm. It was me being standoffish about it, right? And then Hyunjin
Right.
just screamed his way into my life, anyways, and here we are.
All it took was one Hyunjin to break you. That's it.
That's all. That's all it takes.
That's all it took.
One Hyunjin yelling into a cupboard for dear life. He was
You're like,
speaking to my soul.
I just need to somebody see somebody be weird. Just be weird
Yes.
for me.
I will die on the hill that my favorite Hyunjin is weird Hyunjin. I don't like, not that I don't like. My least favorite, I should say, Hyunjin is high fashion Hyunjin, as I like to call him. Not because it's not wonderful, because it is, but just because it's that weird one scratches an itch in my brain. Obviously.
That weird
The
itch that
weird,
sits up there.
that weird motherfucker. Love him.
Is that in the frontal lobe or?
It's in the back right.
Oh, back right,
The
yeah.
back right.
My
It's that
favorite part
dusty
of
little
the
corner
brain.
back there. He had to sweep all the cobwebs out of it. He set up camp. It's his
Nah,
corner
it's like
now.
somewhere in the center crack, you know, that little center crack of
Right,
the
right.
brain. He hides in there. He just pops out when it's necessary.
Exactly. So that was my introduction story. Sorry it took way too long to tell.
And
I
nah,
don't think
that's
you've
fine,
heard
that's
that
fine.
story before.
I haven't actually, and that's kind of surprising.
I know it is.
Considering that we talk about K-pop so frequently.
Yeah, that's one we've talked. That's because that's one of our, more recent likes. But back in the day, it really wasn't. We never really
Yeah.
had conversations about it. I mean, like here and there, a little some mentioning and stuff. Or I would ask, like, what drama you were watching. Like, tell me about the drama. I wasn't watching any K dramas, but I'd come into school in the morning and be like, all right, what are you watching today?
Give me the tea.
Give me,
Give me the juice.
tell me what's happening. And I remember you showing me this like kind of janky looking website. I don't remember what the show is. Or maybe I'm making the janky part up, but it was like this pink
Yeah, I was about to say, don't talk about
background.
drama fever like that.
I love that
I
you
miss
do.
drama fever. I've been trying to use Vicky. I swear, there's so many ads. It pisses me off.
Oh, not Vicky. Oh, I.
Which drama fever got kind of bad like that towards the end,
Oh
but
man.
I still stand by it was not as bad as Vicky. And I could just be that could be rose-tinted
Um,
glasses, misremembering.
I
But
mean,
oh
that,
my God.
I feel like everything was bad back in the day, but it's
And
fine.
before anyone says, well, why don't you just pay for the premium version?
I'm
I don't
fucking
want
poor.
to. Yeah, exactly. Why do you think I'm doing this podcast? You think I want to be here?
Yes,
Yeah, actually, yeah, I do. I do.
we make no money off this either.
Nope, but I'll still do it.
I'm here for the love of the game. No, but like
Exactly.
that, I just remember like coming in and seeing, and it was like a lot of, I don't know, it's this scene that you were showing me, and there were like flowers, and it was like recorded in like really awful conditions. But not
Oh,
actually awful,
Jesus.
but just because, the way it like back then, the way TV looked like soap operas,
Right.
when it was
Yeah. I think,
like that.
honestly, I think the show you're talking about too, I think it was Boys Over
Was
Flowers.
it?
I think so.
That would check
That
out.
show had me in a chokehold.
It probably was. And I've still to this day never seen it. Um,
Oh,
and
we're
I
gonna
know there's
watch it
like
at some
eight
point.
versions of it. Never seen one of them.
Yes! Oh my God. But
Everyone,
we're
yeah.
gonna watch the one I watched as a kid.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
one of these
We're
days.
just
One
all
of these
right.
days.
That'll be one of our episodes. We'll have a Boys Over Flowers reaction episode.
Definitely.
We'll just track my progress as I watch the show. I've never seen it. I have a relationship with K-dramas in which I want to like them, but it's too much drama.
Not too much genre.
Too much
Genre? Too much
too much
genre.
genre. Too
Get
much
me out
plot.
of here.
It's too
I hate a story.
me, not me, the writer. Yeah, that's too much. It's too much plot.
Was to say you literally went to college for this.
Really, this is what I do. I'm like, there's too much story in this story.
I'm allergic.
I'm allergic to story. But it's a weird love-hate relationship. But I think it's because they're so romance forward, and I don't like romance.
Mm. That's totally fair. You gotta find the ones that aren't romance forward, though.
Um,
They do
they,
exist.
they
Less popular, but they do exist.
I have to do a little digging, but I do like those. I'm anti-romantic nowadays. Maybe that's or maybe I always was. I feel like I was back then too.
I had to let myself be because I always had this like, because I'm because for listeners out there, okay, I'm gender fluid, right? And I've always prided myself on the more masculine things about myself,
Hmm.
right? Until all that got stripped away whenever puberty started.
Right.
And then
Right.
I had to, and when all of that was happening though, because you remembered like what I looked like, how I dressed
Hmm.
in high school, I
Hmm.
was not feminine in the slightest.
No.
And I had to let myself, and because feminine, or like romance is seen as like a feminine genre, even though it's for everybody, okay? It's for everyone, all
Hmm.
right? But because it's seen that way, I had
Yeah.
to convince myself you can watch it.
It's
Do you know how
okay.
long it took me to let myself say the word girly?
No, because look, I am obviously not living on the same spectrum you are, or not exactly the same one. Same. We called each other bro or dude for
Bro.
years.
Yes.
Still do, but like
Frankly, I still do. Still do.
still do. But I've been able to pivot more in recent years, and I've started using girl or girly pop, whatever. I try to shake it up a little bit.
Shake it a
Shake it
little.
up a little bit.
Exactly.
Or like like I've loosened up a little.
Yeah. It
Neither
comes
one
with
of us
time.
have ever been particularly not well, back then you were definitely not as feminine, and I think was slightly more, but even then was not,
Right.
and not
It
as
wasn't
much.
we were hashtag not like other girls.
Oh no.
I feel like a lot of like young teenagers and teenagers like do have phases like
They
that. And they're like,
do.
it's one thing. Yeah, just don't do it when you're an adult. If you're
Yeah,
doing it
yeah.
when you're an adult, you need
Therapy.
therapy.
Lots of therapy is good, people use it. Therapy
It
is
is,
good.
yes.
It's fine.
It's important.
It is. It is very important. And because of that, I think the the sort of parts of us that were more, I don't want to say girly, maybe more that we perceived girly at that point were the parts of us that were
Hmm.
like watching Il Volo and giggling over the men and the guys in the group, you know? Like that's where we let ourselves be a little more like suspending the I don't know a good way to
Yeah.
phrase it and not be like,
The kind of like distancing ourselves
yeah,
from femininity.
yeah, yeah.
We kind of put it on the back
We
burner whenever there were cute boys involved.
but that really was like those moments of us sort of like fangirling over things were definitely moments where we were a lot more in touch with like what we sort of perceived at the time to be that like feminine side of
Hmm.
us. Um,
Yeah.
when in actuality, we're just us, and there are a lot of facets to people, and when you're a teenager, you don't really realize you can be that multifaceted or be
Right.
whatever. And so you tend to think back then in that day and age, you tended to think very like I don't want to say inside the box, but you know what I mean? It was a lot more rigid.
Yeah. Because that's kind of how it is whenever you're growing up and you're trying to learn about yourself
Hmm.
and learn about socialization and like trying to figure out, God, where do I fit?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it makes sense. And being each other's like almost kind of safe space
Hmm.
for femininity,
Yeah.
for getting to like express that part of ourselves together, I think that definitely helped us bond too through all the fangirling and stuff. And in a deeper way than we thought what
Hmm.
was happening at the time anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
We thought we just, you like this thing, I like this thing.
Yeah.
Let's chit chat.
Or like, oh, you don't really like this thing or you don't know this thing. Let me tell you this thing. Let me show you
Right.
this, thing. Oh, now we're into the Italian operatic pop. Let's see if we can petition our school to learn Italian. Like all of these
Exactly.
things. To whatever we thought was going on. But it did definitely bond us in a way that we hadn't anticipated. But that's what media and foods and all the like I remember such a core memory was just all of those um days out at the Thai house, just sitting and eating
Yes.
food and just bonding over all these different things.
Yeah, because we literally the Thai House was this restaurant, which it's under new management. It's called something else now, and neither of
Yeah.
us even live in the same town.
Yeah.
But where our school was, when we would go there, like as much as possible
Hmm.
on like days off of school, and then we'd head over. I remember we'd go over to the Books a
Oh
Million,
my God,
and then
yes.
we'd flip through all the like manga aisles and the fantasy
Yes.
aisles and
Oh
the
my God, yeah.
discount aisles.
Yes. We love a good discount.
But yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
going through all of the like oh my God, doing like going through the role playing games and like looking through
Hmm.
the little spiritual aisle at the like really awful looking tarot decks they
Yeah.
had like all of these things.
I still have mine.
Same. Same. Just exploring the world and learning new things really was the gist of it. Just learning new things because there's something to be said for that exploration with someone else, I think, especially at that age,
Yeah,
and exploring things that really, like you said, it just brings you closer together. It especially then when it was kind of harder to find people that you felt like you could be yourself
right.
with, um, or that you had that freedom or that safe space to explore things with. It was just really different. I mean,
Hmm.
like,
And that's exactly what we aim to do with this podcast. I hope you liked our intro. Um,
our long ass intro. Sorry.
but no,
But that's that
that is
background.
definitely a big part of,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the background, and that's why we're doing this podcast now.
It is to not just talk about the things that we're currently interested in, which we are going to do here in a second, but
Right,
to explore new things, to continue to explore new things together, whether that is foods that week that we're interested in, or a show that we're watching, or a group, or a band, or a solo artist, or a whatever from whatever corner of, the earth, the globe that we're interested in, or that maybe you guys suggest to us to, hey, check this out.
right.
Maybe you would like this, or maybe if you don't like it, maybe it'll bring you to something that you do like, or maybe it'll bring somebody else closer to it, to just give you that safe space and to just sort of explore the world together because it's a very interesting place.
It is, and there's a lot of different kinds of people on it.
There are some that you don't necessarily want to cross paths with, but you don't know that until you've done it, so you got to get out there and do it anyways.
Exactly. You just gotta throw yourself into the fire pit and try your best to crawl out when it's necessary,
Walk over
when the
the
coals get
coals.
too hot.
But yeah, yeah. And so that's kind of our very long-winded way of saying come on the journey with us. So we are each other's safe space, but now we are also your safe space to come and talk about all kinds of things. And also just to briefly mention that it'll even be a safe space in which we talk about some of the more negative or perceived negative aspects of things as well. We're gonna be here to go through it all, and hopefully you can find some really awesome things from us. And that being said, let's kind of get into some of the more current things that have brought us together, but also that mm, we don't know anything about because we've definitely taken two different paths in which we've consumed media. So I'm interested to hear where we're both at.
Yeah.
Um,
So we can just talk about Stray Kids for 20 minutes.
yes. Let me circle back to Hyunjin. All roads lead back. My
I know you're biased.
yes. So who's yours?
All of them.
Yeah, which is the only correct answer.
That's the
It's
only
the
correct
only
answer.
correct
You should
answer.
love all of them.
All of them
But
you should love.
realistically, it might be Sungmin or
I would
Felix or both
I would
at the same time.
fight for Sungmin. I would
I'd fight
fight.
for all of
I
them,
mean,
but
yes,
definitely for
I would, but
Sungmin.
I would fight for Sungmin because I need more people to fight for him. So I'm gonna call him out and say I'm gonna
Exactly.
fight for him. But realistically, yes, would fight for them all. It's fine.
But yeah, other than Stray Kids, no, I kind of want to. I have to.
Oh, oh,
Nah,
oh.
well, I pre-ordered the Do It EP, right?
Okay, got you. As one should.
It's a nice, lovely physical copy. And there
Love.
was one particular card that I saw someone
Ooh,
get on social media, and it was a holographic one of
ooh.
Felix. And I was like, I want, first of all, I want a holographic one of any of them,
I
but
have
that one
one.
looks cool, and it was the only one I'd seen, and I got it, and
Ah,
I got it.
yes. I love
I
when
was
that
like,
happens.
yeah.
Fuck yes. I love that
But
so.
yeah, that's a little okay. So now we can go on to
Which, but
other things.
pause though,
What
because
else?
the holographic cards are so awesome, and I have when I
They
went to the concert
are.
earlier this year, I had VIP tickets, right? So part of our little like VIP bag was a holographic or maybe about, no, I don't know, whatever. I at some point during this concert, I don't even recall how, because honestly, everything prior to the concert itself is a blur. But I got a holographic one of Sungmin, and it's just the most glorious thing. It's so good, so good.
That was my dream.
It's so
Because
good.
I feel like I feel like I brushed I feel mean now. I feel like I brushed over. It was only because I was literally just thinking of the one particular card that I was excited. I got two holographic cards in
Ooh,
it though. The other one was Han, and it looks
so
cool as
good.
fuck, and I love it.
I love it.
But there was
There
a
are
little
no bad
something in
cards.
front of me that was like, I wish I'd gotten some mint too.
No, I know because it's not a matter of like, do I like any of them less than the others? It's just a
No.
matter of like, oh, that card looks great. That's and it changes every time something comes out, and I'm like, ooh, that card, that one right there,
It's like I need that
and then
in
it'll
my life.
change next time,
Whatever.
yeah, from person to person. Because I love them
Yes.
all.
Yeah.
I mean,
But those photo
one-sided
shoots
beef with
are
Chan
what they
aside,
do.
love them all.
Got my eyes locked on that
One-sided.
motherfucker. When I see him, it's on sight.
Yes, but other than other than that, love you, Chan. It's but yeah, so but that's that because that's a big one where we overlap nowadays. There's some
Right.
overlap, a little bit of overlap with ATs too.
Yes.
I think, but in slightly
But out.
different, like where we overlap with the group as a whole, but the songs we don't necessarily overlap with.
Some teeth. Some teeth. Why did they rhyme tennis with tennis?
I don't
Now,
know.
that's my question if
Look,
I ever meet them. Me, like,
why
first of
did
all,
you? What? These are my interview questions. Why did you run?
tennis with tennis. Tell me. Tell me. No, get out of my room.
I There are so many conversations I'd like to have with specific songwriters. That is a conversation I would love to
Honestly,
watch.
though.
I don't want to have that conversation. I want to be in the room when it happens.
'Cause I have some hard-hitting convers I have some honestly, it really it comes down to just I am so picky. If something sounds like too cheesy or too strange in a lyric, I'm like, no, 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 no. I love this song, but I hate that you did that.
So you don't listen to NCT then?
Oh no, I do. Fortunately.
You don't know about that cheese, that queso.
Don't wait. Listen, listen, listen. We gotta take a step back outside of K-pop because there are quite a K-pop lyrics from various different groups. So I need to ask the
I have so
question
many
of
questions.
what oh,
Right. Some of them crack me up because you have born and raised
absolutely.
English speakers in your group, and somebody thought that was a good idea.
And like
To be
y'all let
like,
that
yeah,
slide?
let's sing that. I'll sing that. That's fine. Or if you
Like, yeah,
wrote it
that sounds
yourself, even
cool.
worse. No offense, but like,
No offense. It's
coming from a blaze of love. What the fuck? Whiplash.
but outside of K-pop, what else have you been listening to
Oh,
recently?
I've been waiting forever to have this conversation. I'm so excited. Outside of K-pop, I think what I listen to the most is probably right now Thai artists. Um, but I've been dying to have this conversation, and we'll have it really more at a later date because a lot of Thai artists that are getting talked about right now are only getting talked about because they are also BL actors or like are associated with a BL company or something. Like so it's all being like, oh, Thai artists that are like underrated, but it's just these like most famous BL actors. And it's like, okay, are they good? Yes. But I need so many more artists to be talked about that are not getting near enough attention that are so good. So like I'll never be able to say his name correctly. I mean, I will at some point, but it's not going to happen today, so I apologize to you now, sir. But Mark Tachapon, I think, is maybe roughly what my man's name is. Not sure, sorry. his voice is so soothing to me, and it's got like a sort of, I don't even know how to describe the vibe to you. It makes me both want to fall asleep and also dance at the same time. And I don't mean dance, I mean like move. It's just one of those
Boogie
voices
in my
that's
sleep.
like, yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, right. It's fantastic. I love his voice so much, but nobody, I don't see him mentioned anywhere outside of one song that was very briefly mentioned because the lyrics were wild. um so he's fun. I love Atlas a lot too. They're more of a group, and some other things. And then um from there, I feel like I listen to a lot of sort of random artists. Anything from like, I have a couple French songs in there. I have a couple, like, depends on the mood, right? I have like Brazilian songs from back when I was studying Portuguese in college. Um, I have all kinds of stuff, but I think Thai artists right now, real big on my list.
Gotcha. Okay.
What about you?
Yeah. Oh, well, I wish you hadn't asked because my taste hasn't changed. Um, no, one thing I've been kind of into recently, specifically has been Japanese rap in particular,
Bet. Okay. I can't wait to hear
because
who.
I'm a rap fan.
Yes.
Okay, I like some rap music. Some rap music is fun. It is
Hmm.
cool. And one thing I kept seeing, because one thing I do like about social media
Hmm.
is that it does bring people from all across the globe together, and we get to share cultures with people. And
Hmm.
I think that that's like 100%. It is 100%. It's what we all should do. It breeds a lot of empathy. Um, and plus, people's cultures is just cool. The
Yeah.
things that human beings as a whole come up with, it's just really cool.
Yeah.
And I think that, we should share it and we should be able to share it. Obviously, there's nuances to
Hmm.
like,
Yeah.
how things should
It's
be
a
shared and who
conversation.
should
There's a
be shared
lot
with who.
of
Absolutely,
lines, and it's a sense for sure, for sure.
for sure. But for some reason, I keep seeing this thing, and I could be wrong. If anyone who's Japanese listens to this,
Oh
let
dear.
me know. But I keep seeing so many examples of Japanese people enjoying African
Huh?
and participating in as well African American culture,
Uh-huh.
and doing it with like such a good level of respect,
Let's go.
and like it's so much love for like the art of the craft,
Yes.
especially when it comes to two things: hair braiding and rap.
Right.
Listen,
Right,
Japanese
right.
people, I don't know what y'all are doing over there, but keep it
But
up.
keep
Keep it up
doing
and bring it over here. I love it. I am eating this
it.
shit up on the daily, chomp chomp chomp. Like
Not
so
love.
my favorite rap, Japanese rap, they're actually a duo. One's a DJ, one's a rapper,
Okay, bet.
right? Creepy Nuts.
Yes, I
I
love them. They're good.
I have been losing my
Crushing
goddamn
it.
gourd, right? And I was watching, well, I sat down with someone to watch some anime. They're like, "Yeah, there's a
Sure.
show I've been watching."
Ah, yes.
Um
Which one?
oh God, what is it called? Hold on. I actually have to go look at
Is
what it's
it
called.
Den? No,
But
that's a different. Not Den.
oh,
Mashle?
Mashal, Magic and
Mash.
Muscles.
That one.
Yes, Mashal, Magic and Muscles. And
Yes.
I as we got to, maybe I think it was season 2, the intro was
Yeah.
Bling Bang Born
Yes.
by Creepy, and it started playing and I hopped up
It's
off
so
the
fucking
fucking
good.
couch. I was like, I
Yes.
love this song.
It's so, it goes so hard for no
I had
reason.
already,
I
yes,
need
I'd
you to
already been listening to
pause
it like the month before.
right on this. Have you seen the Korean group Boys, was it Boy Next Door? I think it was Boy Next Door who did a cover of that
Yeah.
song live and fucking killed
No.
it. Oh my God. And they like,
Oh my
one of the members
God.
like doesn't even know Japanese. I mean, they ate and left not a single crumb to be found. It's
That is
so fucking good.
insane.
You have to check it out. They're so good. So good.
Absolutely. but yeah, I've delved into their entire discography. I've been like entrenched in the nuts. Okay, I'm I'm
The
not here wading through the walnuts, digging through the cashews. All right,
only time you will
I
ever hear
love
me
them.
say that is a good thing. The only time
But
you'll prove
I've only just started my like
um,
Japanese rap journey. So like the
sure.
only other artist that I have listened to, I listened to Yuki Chiba.
Okay, okay.
Yuki Chiba was one. I'm trying to think the other one. I think it was like Mia Uchi. That's who it was. Mia Uchi. And then my other I don't know technically how they're classified
Mm-hmm.
because I see them under K-pop a lot, but they are all Japanese.
Got you. Oh, is it 1OK
But
8 or something?
XG,
Oh no, different thing.
XG.
Got
I love
you.
XG. I would kill for XG. I would die for XG.
I love
I love
that.
XG. Can't stop listening to them. Um, but a lot of that, um, and then one like slightly embarrassing thing I've been listening to because
Okay.
I tend to, I'm one of those people, I loop around my music, right? So if I
Sure.
listen to it like a year ago or like 2 years ago, or in this case, like almost like 10 years ago, I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
like
Circles
the
back.
music I listen to, it exactly, it always
Yep.
circles back. It never fully leaves my rotation. So I'll
I
be
feel that.
listening to something that like the shit audio quality
Yes.
compared to what I
Downloaded
just
that
listened to, and
shit
I'm like,
off
ah,
LimeWire.
YouTube to MP3.
Yes. There's some commercials in the beginning, but it's fine.
But I've been listening to a lot of like the old classics. I feel like now they get considered dad rock,
Okay.
which is insane to me and kind of creepy. But it's
Uh-huh.
some of like the old like from the 2000s alternative music
Right. Love
that,
that.
some of the like bigger bands that everyone listened to. Just because they get I gotta rotate. I
You
gotta
do have to
rotate
rotate.
because if I'm not finding anything new, I'm like, let me go back to something
Yeah.
that gave me serotonin a long time
I
ago.
definitely cycle back for sure, for sure. I feel like I've cycled back recently slightly to Simple Plan. I don't.
Which they came out with some new music,
Yes,
didn't
I
they?
think that's how I ended up cycling back to them. Because I had seen, and so
Gotcha.
I had cycled back. And also because, um, I mean, I just liked Simple Plan. Like they were just
Yeah,
good, and it was probably even
that's totally
because with
fair.
them having the new music and stuff, but then also every like all of the political stuff going on, they were kind of all over my page for a while, and I was
Mm,
like, you know, who I
yeah.
haven't listened to in a while, Simple Plan. um,
Weren't they also the ones that did the Phineas and Ferb theme? Or am I thinking about someone else?
no, they did Scooby Doo.
Oh, Scooby
They
Doo.
did
That's
Scooby
right.
Doo.
They did
Yeah,
Scooby
yeah, yeah.
Doo.
I don't.
Who was it that
It
did
was a different. It wasn't
Phineas and
Simple
Ferb?
Plan, but it was a different like pop punk band who did it. Yes.
Right.
No,
I
was it?
can't think of who
It
it
wasn't like
was.
Bowling for Soup or something random, was it?
It was
Was it
Bowling
Bowling
for
for
Soup, I'm
Soup?
pretty
It
sure,
was. I
actually.
think it was. Um,
It was.
it was
It
okay.
was.
Okay. Quick Google search. Bowling for Soup. Okay, got it. I don't know why that's a fact that's in my brain, but here we are.
Well, it's
Um,
an important
it is an
fact.
important
Keep it
fact.
there.
Yes. Um, yeah, I do the cycle thing too. I also like if we're talking about rap, I need you to listen to and tell me how you feel about it. He's a Thai rapper and he's like a I think in theory he's a big one, but also I'm not from Thailand and I can't say with any certainty, right? I don't live there, I don't know. Um so
Right.
I like think he's got a he's popular, but I also anyways, um Sauron, I think is his name. I'll have to go back and like double check that. And also, I'm probably saying it wrong, anyways. Um,
Sauron the Dark Lord?
not not
Oh
Sauron,
no.
not
Oh, okay.
Sauron.
Okay.
It's like with A's. There's A's everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Saran,
Okay.
like Sauron.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, that's terrible. Um, anyways, but he's a rapper, and I mean, a Thai rapper, obviously, but he has this one song called Promethazine that is stays stuck in my head. It's so fucking good. And the way his music flows, like his, I guess, style really scratches an itch in my brain. I like it very much, but also I don't consume rap. Not the way you do, but like I have some history for it, but my history for it is like the way back in the day. I know like we're talking like the 70s stuff, but I don't know
Right.
more current history, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, yeah.
I can't have a conversation about it quite the way you I listen in a conversation. I don't talk about it.
I
Yeah.
become the listener.
But I become the listener and I am now interested in everything that you have to say to me and I know nothing, so I'm going to be educated on it cuz I don't know. I just know things here and there. So I'm like,
The
sounds good to me, but what do I know?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
The other like international rap thing that I've like been a little I'm like getting a little invested in that I just started watching was it was Rap of China
Yes, it's so good.
because I heard
It's so good.
I had heard some crazy mess about it and I was like, okay, okay, sure, sure.
It's a
Let me
trip.
go look, let me go peek. Oh my God.
It's a trip. Uh,
Listen, some people got the game, some people don't.
and
So I'm saying.
I should not take as much joy as I do in watching a train wreck. And I
But I
don't
mean,
do
come
it
on.
to like make fun of what's happening, but it really
No,
is like I
no.
can't look away. I have to
You can't.
I feel the
Can't close
embarrassment
my
in my
ears.
soul. It's kind of like watching JYP in
Oh,
which
Jesus.
it hurts me, but I'm gonna watch the whole video.
Yeah, but I have
I
to.
have
And
to
then I'm
see
gonna
it.
do the funky little dance afterwards.
Exactly. I'm gonna say I can do that. That's a move I can do. I
Yeah.
can do the JYP.
That's a move my grandma can do.
That's
Okay.
some shit we can all fuck with. Oh, but for real though, there are just some things that I can't look like. But that's one of them. Is the there really are some that I watch and I'm like, oh, that was a thing you did. Good job, honey. Like
Good job.
that was a thing you
Congratulations.
did. Mm. Yeah. Um, it's an interesting phenomena for sure. And the honestly, the entirety of Chinese variety shows, I could go down that rabbit hole for days.
Absolutely.
For days. Because I couldn't tell you anything about a Korean variety show. I really couldn't. But a Chinese variety show, I, I could go down that rabbit hole.
Oh my God. No, do you know what was it called? The one where they had like couples who were about to get divorced, right?
Oh, yeah.
And the whole thing of the show was I don't remember what it was called, but the whole thing
Oh,
was like they would go on the show and then like go through the whole experience with each other in the
yeah.
show, like all the different like little trials and stuff, little games and things like
Yeah.
that. And then at the end they would decide whether or not they were going to stay in a relationship.
Yeah.
There was one woman there was one woman that pissed me off so damn bad. I could go, listen, I could go on a whole thing. I really want to remember what that's called because me and you're gonna have to watch that. I'm gonna
We'll
have
have
to
to watch
make you
that.
sit
I know
down.
what you're
They,
talking about. I don't think I ever watched it, but I know what you're talking about.
and apparently
Oh.
because of that one woman, they were putting like little like ads
Oh.
after the episodes for people that were like if you feel like you're getting too mad,
Yeah.
hey, here's like a here, go get therapy.
That's so funny.
Don't let your blood pressure spike.
Yeah. It's
I was
so
like, oh
funny.
my God.
Oh, that's so funny. I love that. The lore is wild.
It's crazy.
Oh, That's no, that'll have to be one we check out. I feel like honestly, I've been feeling like I wanna watch a variety show. I just haven't decided which one yet. Maybe I have to bump that up on my list. That
That
could
could
be
be
the
the
one,
next episode.
right? That's what I check out next. Oh, that's so funny. Maybe it might make me really angry. I feel like there's been a lot of similar ones too with that. Like there was a an American show, right, where they did a similar thing, but it was like celebrity couples.
Right.
Or am I making that up? I never
The
watched
Chinese
it. I
one
just
was
recall.
two, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
I mean, like, and there are a lot of different varieties. I'm sure, like there's an Australian one too that did. I don't think that was the entire point of it, but I just recall there was a lot of therapy involved, and there was a lot of like it was like couples but with their parents, and I think it was like they were getting married, and
Uh,
so it was like the lead up to the getting married, but they didn't get along, and so like at the end is like will they get married or not, but it was like
Getting married.
right, but it was like not the couples don't get along, but it was like beef with their parents or someone's parent. It's
Oh, yeah, yeah. No, that
yeah,
makes more sense. I thought like
yeah.
the
No,
couples
the
hated
couples
each
hate
other.
each
I was
other.
like, what? Why are you getting married?
Well, it's more common than you would.
This is true. This is fair.
It does happen. No, no, no. But yeah, there's I just feel like there's a lot of versions of stuff like that, which are always very interesting to see. I don't I don't watch a lot of those, so that would be a new experience for me. And by not a lot of, I mean none of.
Yeah. I think that's like the only like relationship based reality show that I've ever watched.
Right.
And it was just because I saw like some funny stuff from it. I was like, oh, I listen.
I gotta check it
I
out.
need something to I need something to melt my brain just for like
Sure.
30
Just for a
minutes.
little bit.
And then I got invested.
No, that's how they suck you in. It becomes,
That's how they suck
it
you
gets into
in.
the lore. It turns
It
into a
was
thing.
like it's like when you're uh, home from school on like a sick day and your mom
Oh
turns on the soap
yeah.
operas.
You end up watching
It's
Jerry Springer.
oh no.
Oh god. Which I don't know if today's children will get that reference entirely. Uh,
I went to a tire shop not too long ago and they were playing Jerry Springer. I was like in the tire shop?
in the tire store?
I
In
guess.
the great 2025 in the tire store?
Not in my garage.
Yeah, the Jerry Springer. That's so funny. Yeah.
You are not the manufacturer.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I feel like variety shows are an episode we could do for sure in terms of I think our variety show experiences are very different. Same with any of our shows. I think a lot of the shows we've watched are probably because you've watched a lot of dramas over the years, whereas I have
Yeah.
not. I've seen more like maybe I think I've seen like more maybe more like action or thriller, definitely like horror shows, supernatural ones. But like I not the romance, except for I mean like the BL rabbit hole because we've all been there. But that's it's a very different
The
a
only acceptable romance.
a
Suck
gay
it straight,
look,
people.
a gay romance of any kind show is far different from a straight one.
It is a very
It's
different.
just
It's a different
it's a
dynamic.
very different dynamic. It's a very different the way they go about even the plot is very different. Sometimes for worse. Sometimes for worse.
Sometimes for worse.
Worse. But
I
most
have
of the time
nightmares
for
about
better.
yaoi hands.
Look, that's so valid. What was we talked about it in one of our other like drafts of this episode, but like what the fuck was that yaoi called?
Jinjo
Yes.
Romantica.
The sort of yaoi that like haunts your dreams, but you have to finish the whole thing anyway. You have to know what
You
happens.
have to.
And why?
Proportions is
N-
strange,
no
bro.
idea, because it's not like that there's any plot. There's not a single bit of plot really
No.
happening to that show at
No.
all in any of the
They act
couples.
like there is.
They act,
They act
yes,
like there
they
is.
act like there's plot, but none of the there was no plot anywhere except for one, and the only one couple that had some plot got like 2 episodes of a season. So you like, never knew what was happening. But it's like it's a canon event. It's a biblically canon event that you start with the show. From
You
our
start
era,
with the
that
Yowie
was
hands.
that was the thing. Yeah.
Yep.
It was an unfortunate character arc we all had to go through, without a doubt. But it's fine.
They had
Everything's
like
fine.
that and the I don't know. It was like a trend in China on like Chinese social media of like it was like it was like a double door body or something, but it's like it's supposed to be like a double door fridge, right? So like the shoulders are were like really, really broad
Oh yeah,
type thing. Was like that's what they were calling it. I think
that's
it
so
was something
funny.
like double door. And it just kept making me think back to Yowie hands and double door. And I
That's
was like,
funny.
damn, Dumbledore. It was very
It
I was
was
like, nah,
something.
I don't want the standard.
No, this is
I don't want the
terrible.
standard. I'm good without a Dumbledore.
The way standards work from like media to media in terms of that, like from like the yaoi to the danmei to the what are they called in Korea? The
Manhwa?
those, yeah, no,
Uh,
is it
but no,
no,
that's
it's not
just general.
manhwa. That's, yeah, that's a general.
Yeah,
Um, oh my
I don't
God,
know
what are
what
they
the BL
called?
ones are called.
I don't. Oh,
I have no
I don't know
idea.
what they're called. I'm just gonna call them the manhwas because I can't think of what it's actually called. It'll come to me
The
later.
BL
But
manhwa, I
um,
guess.
even because the way the art, the way that the standards are very different from one to the next,
Yeah,
from all the things.
depending on what country you're in and
Yeah,
everything, the standards they change.
they really
There'll be
do.
some things that I feel like are for a lot of places like real like a kind of basic standard right now for a lot of countries, but then there's
Mm-hmm.
still all these different little tiddly bits.
Yes, 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 yes. There are.
And I feel like, you know what? And I'm gonna just say it for anybody who feels insecure about your tiddly bits,
Mm-hmm.
okay? Don't.
Don't.
They're different in every country. Who cares?
That
You look
part.
great. You look
You.
beautiful today. You are radiant. I love your tiddly bits. I hope that made somebody feel good.
Think it did. I think that was our ray of sunshine for today. That was our take home. That was
Yes.
our spread the positivity. Love your
Yes. That's
tiddly
the
bits.
lesson for today. Love your tiddly bits.
That's gonna be the tag on this episode.
If
Oh
you
no.
got all the way through
If you made
our
it. If you made
episode
it
and our
here.
shenanigans,
Mhm.
comment down below at tiddly bits. Okay? And then we'll know that you
Talk
made it
about
here.
your tiddly.
Talk about your tiddly bits. Tell us your favorite tiddly bit.
Actually, yes,
That's what we'll
that
do.
part.
Yeah.
If you've made it
Tell
this
us your
far
favorite
through the
tiddly bit.
if you've kept up with our nonsense, which I promise will be a lot more streamlined in future episodes, because we'll have a bit more direction. This was just a getting to know you portion of the relationship. But if you've made it this far, comment, talk about your tiddly bits. What is your favorite tiddly bit? And we'll talk back. It'll be a wonderful icebreaker in which we jump
For our first
straight
date.
into the awkward shit.
So how big are your tiddly bits?
We we skipped the awkward first date conversation and went straight for the trauma.
Yeah. No, how's the weather?
No, how's the
Just
weather?
tiddly bits.
Yeah, we don't do that around here.
We don't fuck around here. We go straight to the
We find
bits.
out. It's what we do.
We fuck around and find out.
We don't fuck around. We just find out. We get straight to it. I was gonna make a comment. Uh, but then, because I was gonna say no foreplay, but then I was like, no, no, you can't tell people not to do that. That's a good thing.
No,
Don't
that's a
skip
good
that.
thing. That's a good one.
Don't skip that one. Oh, hopefully you've made it this far. If you have, sorry, it doesn't get
I'm so
better.
sorry. But thank you. Thank you for suffering for us. I
Oh,
appreciate you.
hair tuck. Thank you for
Hair
doing
tuck.
this.
Kicking my feet.
Definitely things will be a lot more streamlined in the future, but like we said, this is just the getting to know you portion. And then I think actually you're in for a little bit of a treat because one of our upcoming episodes, maybe the next one, we'll see, is going to be holiday themed.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we'll be a little bit more on track, maybe.
A little more track,
Little more
a
on
little
track.
more topical,
Right.
a little less about us and a
Hmm.
little more about something else.
Yeah, exactly. A little less about us. This was probably going to be the most you'll hear us talk about ourselves for quite some time. So I hope you
I
have
promise.
enjoyed
Yeah.
that thoroughly because it's not coming back for a while. Now I have the hiccups. Oh my god. Oh, thank
No.
goodness.
Well,
That's
well,
that's a good
with
time for me to fuck right off, I guess.
yeah.
Oh
Well,
no.
thank you so much, everyone, for listening to our very first episode. Okay. Um, I'm so glad that y'all could join us, and I hope you decide to stick around for the rest of our podcast journey, which I hope lasts a millennia, at least,
At
or
least.
two, at
Maybe
least.
just
We'll
two.
see.
Two is good. More than two.
But if you're interested in seeing more from us, go ahead. I don't know what platform you're listening to this on right now, but like and subscribe. Comments again. Don't forget, tell us about your favorite Tiddly bit. Okay.
Yes.
That
That's
engagement, it
important.
helps us out a lot. And
Yes.
also, we really want to know about your bits.
We do want to know
Um,
about your bits. All of your bits.
all of the
All of
bits.
the bits. Tell us your
And you
favorites.
can follow us on pretty much every social media platform that people still use in a relevant manner, aka everything but Facebook,
Mhm.
and maybe Twitter. I don't know yet. But you can find us at Interpop Podcast on whatever social media you use and whatever podcast platform you use if you want to pop over somewhere else different. See what I did there?
I'm still hiccuping. Sorry. I'm trying not
Damn.
to.
No one
Not
appreciates
too
my
much.
jokes, man.
I love your jokes. I just can't talk right now. Uh,
But okay. Thanks, everybody, and we will see y'all in the next episode. Bye.
bye. We'll be less crazy, I promise.
No, we won't.